Do we filter it by the states that we want, or just you're just send us a list of all the states and we filtered ourselves?
We can pre-filter it for you, but I recommend not pre-filtering it because you can, might as well get access to everything being it's included. But you can filter the state down within this section here. I use Ctrl+F a lot, just as a little trick because it's easier to bounce around the database. You can filter by state, but like I said, I would filter by state within here and not before we build the list, because then you're going to limit yourself from different data. Unless that's what you want, then you have that ability as well.
In life, you have people where you have these conversations and then nothing ever comes of it. And Brian's one of those people that literally in like 2 days, we're going to be playing around with some iteration of this that's live and being tested. And it's awesome.
Now that the GoHighLevel is fully going to be integrated to push all that stuff in. And then any of the white labels, like Tim's is about to get approved, the gutter one. So we're about to put that in the App Store for GoHighLevel. Because really our goal is to get an expert in every single field.
Yeah, and we're working pretty closely with those guys now. So I think it's a brilliant opportunity for anyone to take advantage of. Brian's a pro at these things, man. And getting those apps live in there is highly effective. So,
like, a lot of people try to come up with their magic formulas for email. Just what I found works best. I've never did a course for this. I've never had anyone teach me. What I found that works best is news. If you have an intent database, you know what they're interested in. So if they're looking for real estate as a buyer, maybe you can find some news articles about how interest rates are going up and how it affects the price of homes. Something educational that goes out at 6 a.m, 3 p.m. I get nearly 100% deliverability, not because I do any type of wild formula. It's just because I put together emails that people open and open and open. And the 7% small, but I'm doing a new thing to get a new amount of people into the group that opens at 30%. Because now I'm going to dump everybody who hasn't opened and just keep the people who open. Because when you have one person open an email for 2 years, looks like spam to Google, but people keep opening it, and similar people to what those people do open it, they let you deliver all these emails. I sent 55,000 emails in 2 days with not a single issue, and I have barely any bounces, and most of these are not meant to be a sale, it's just meant to be informative. People do like to read, so the more you can give them that's interesting to read, the longer you can hold their attention. Think of yourself like a news site. Like, if you're able to provide news, you can plug your advertisement of what you do into the email. And when you plug it into the email, you look more professional. You're not reaching out for a sale. You're giving professional information to someone in the topic. So bottom line, there's no magic formula for email other than just send emails to people who are interested in what you're sending, and don't make it a sale or an offer. Use your footer as a resource directory. So it's just info center, info. You can start for free here. What does this mean? You might put your credit card in, but that's the only link. And put your social media, the communities. And the YouTube is huge. As soon as I cut this video up and post it and people see 30 people in here, it adds a level of legitimacy to the company. So, whatever you do, every conversation you have, it's very easy. You just divide the video, upload it to YouTube, and YouTube does this amazing, crazy thing where they transcribe it. And then I just plug in my transcription into ChatGPT and ask it to name the video for me and ask it to describe it for me. As a result, I now have a pipeline of...
I love how you talk about this now. I remember literally like 2 months ago, before we implemented this whole strategy, this is the thing that kills a lot of people, is like, damn, how do I come up with enough content that everything isn't a sale, but everything kind of leads to the same result? Having an organic content strategy super serves your customers or super serves your potential customers is priceless, because again, every one of you who asked a question today or put something in the chat or whatever, get hit with the clip of Brian answering that question or showing the answer to that question. All of a sudden, we start to see people feel more confident. This is all this beautiful mind, elegant solution to this really, really complex problem of data and how you manage it and aggregate it and package it and sell it and all these things. And Brian has solved it, and he's so close to it that he talks about all of it, just breezing over these points where we're like, wait, you did what? Wait, we do what? We can do what? How? And so getting Brian to slow down and then getting the content to like bite-sized answers has been super duper helpful. And so, yeah, I'm glad that actually Brian just shared sort of this strategy that we've implemented that has now made it so we're so far ahead on content. I don't think we've posted all the clips from last week's AMA, and now we're getting ready to start clipping up another one. And the important thing to remember about this is now we've implemented this strategy for only about 30 days, right? We started the AMAs right before the new year. It only took us about 2 weeks to where we had a backstock of content that we could just schedule and post and make sure we had something new every day that we could add, and also new resources that extend on some of the stuff we already offer up. So, again, when you start pulling on a thread of a question of how do I do this functionality in the system, there's starting to be more and more of these touch points that all can lead you to an answer in a format that you understand. You might want to read it. You might want to see the video. You might just need the clip. You might need to see the actions he took in the video without the talking or whatever. Everybody learns differently. So fantastic to just have a really solid strategy of, like, again, how you start hosting space for your customers and potential customers can turn into your total content strategy in a very organic and helpful way.
So I named the video, as you see, just so I had an idea without even having to really read it. ChatGPT basically kind of got the right idea. What do I get for $4.99? You get 5,000 pieces of data every single minute for $4.99. It's broken down pretty nicely and it's pretty accurate. So now I'm just going to take the description. And the big thing, like, would you ever have written Lego in your description? Probably not. I wouldn't have, but it was brought up in conversation. So now I have information that has keywords about Lego, and it seems meaningless, but as you get more and more and more and more content, all these keywords and views and interest between all the people who watch the videos adds up and creates basically more organic traffic for you. So I'll say get 100 free leads at, and you can go off and do a thumbnail if you want. The thumbnails work pretty well, but I'm going to save a little bit of time. And I have this playlist for Ask Me Anything, and this Ask Me Anything playlist is, if you see right over here, let me just publish and get it done with. So this playlist directly ties into right here. So this help button now takes every user who ever lands on this website that people can dabble through to get the best results they're looking for.
And then like I mentioned, I mean, like, when you really look at this logically as a business owner, once I learned how to sell one intent category for $500 a month that I could make $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000 a month on, then I learned how to sell two that I could get for $800. So that brings my cost down. Then I realized, oh, if I just do the $2,500 a month plan, I get 10. I can broaden my potential addressable market. My total addressable market becomes huge, but still focused in the niches that I have experience and credibility in, where I'm able to really go out and get a really robust sort of pitch and close rate in those spaces, because I have a lot of authority and can speak with intelligence in those spaces. And everybody in these rooms has something similar to that. And once you get to that point, man, it is game on, because you realize, like, now you're literally getting down to paying, $250 per category. And if you just sell one monthly subscription for $100 a month to each category, you are already winning. And from there, it's game on building your business out. So, yes, the other thing is, if you get your white label set up to the point where you get your payment stuff set up, let us know, Brian. We'll get your app launched. We're running this promo for a little while longer while we're working very closely with folks at GoHighLevel. So we want to get these GoHighLevel apps up there. And also, if you have, if you're in GoHighLevel in that ecosystem, go rate and review our apps, any of the apps that you find in there. It will be very helpful to us. And then again, when we get your stuff launched, we will return the favor and push the community to do the same.
We pay right now, I'm going to say it's 20%, just because we need to make
Thank
sure
you.
We'll say it's 20% right now, and it may go up in the future, but we pay you 20%, which would be $100 a month for every single subscriber you get. And all of your subscribers are tracked here, and any of them that pay, you'll be able to be notified. Once you basically earn some commission, we're going to need a W-9, just so, because now the IRS changed their rules. I think it's like $600 has to be reported. So this is awesome. You guys can make a lot of money. We don't really spend any money on advertising. I mean, our whole philosophy is grassroots, because really that's how you build an affordable, lean business that we're able to provide you guys at the lowest cost possible. So it's a group effort. And yeah, go right here, go to your account. You have a referral link that pays you 30%. And you can also track everything of your clients and what they do here. And we give you all their contact information. So you have the ability to close them and speak with them and, make sure that.
So one way or another, we're going to help you make money. Let's go.